Candle in the Wind and Benny and the Jets, they're kind of all on that one. So. After Bohemian Rhapsody, it's all about making musical biopics, and now we're checking out Rocketman.
You were never ordinary.
If you go into it expecting just like a straight, retelling of Elton John's life, no pun intended, then you're in for some surprises here and there. It is more theatrical than Bohemian Rhapsody was, which was more of just a straight retelling of Freddie Mercury's life, for better or worse. There's some weird scenes in this movie, like
the baby playing piano at the bottom of the pool.
There are some psychedelic moments here and there. There's like a 5-year-old that's singing Bitches Back.
That was awesome.
That was interesting.
That was fair. I liked that. My biggest Elton John regret is your fault that he wouldn't let me use Bitches Back at our wedding. I was like, this would be hilarious. What's your favorite Elton John song? And was it in the movie?
I really like Love Lies Bleeding, which is the opening track on Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, and that was not in the movie at all.
I don't think I've heard that one.
The performances stood out the most. I really liked Taron Egerton, I think is how you pronounce his name. He's the guy from Kingsman. He plays Elton John.
He's very versatile.
I could hear the whole tune in my head. It was all there, I could see all the notes, and I just had to get it out.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside.
Elton John was the executive producer on this movie, so it seems like he had a lot of creative control over some of the directions of the movie.
You can tell it was made by someone about themselves and he's still alive. And it just felt kind of like, oh, my life was so hard. My mom didn't love me enough. Ah.
People don't pay to see Reg White. They pay to see Elton John.
Sorry. I know.
At the same time, he doesn't paint himself in a great light. He's doing drugs all the time and drinking. And it is weird. The movie feels truncated, kind of. It only goes through... So Elton John had, I think it was in the late 80s or early 90s, he had, some major drug issues. And then he's like, all right, it's time to check into rehab. And then he had, a bounce back in his career. That's basically where the movie ends.
I wanted to like it more. I love Elton John. I've seen him twice.
He's done a lot of stuff since then. He did the soundtrack for The Lion King. He got married.
Had kids.
And has kids. And all of that is taken care of with a handful of pictures at the end of the movie. It's
quick credits. So I was just very concerned, when does his husband come in? Oh, he doesn't come in at all, ever. If I was Elton John's husband, I forget his name, I would have been super, super mad.
I'm going to give the movie a 7 out of 10. It does have some imperfections, and it is self-indulgent. I think it's worth checking out. It's not perfect, but I give it a 7.
I gave Rocketman a 5 out of 10. I think this suffered from the same problems as A Star is Born, in that I saw Bohemian Rhapsody first, and just by comparison, it made this seem not so good. Ooh, Winstow.